The Winners Ways Podcast, episode number 119.
Would you like to win and achieve success at what you do? Welcome to the Winners Ways Podcast, where we create winners every day. And now, your host, the author of Winners Ways book and life coach, Bola Alabi.
Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of the Winners Ways Podcast. This is your show for career, money, and life motivation. Today's episode is about job interview preparation tips, and we will be going over the question, what are your career goals? You see, this question may sound a little tricky to answer, but if you understand why you are being asked this question, you will be able to effectively respond. And not only that, you will be able to convince the interviewer that you are the right candidate for the job. And that's why I'm going to go over the question. I'm going to coach you, teach you, and help position you to effectively answer that question so you can close the deal. Are you ready? So before we go into how to answer the question, let's talk about the why of the question. Why is the interviewer asking you this question? They are asking this question to gauge your career objective, and they want to know what you want to accomplish with the role you are interviewing for. They want to know if you are a career-focused person. They also want to know if at all you have an idea of how to get to where you want to be. They also want to make sure that the role you are interviewing for clearly aligns with your career objectives. They want to make sure that you are not just showing up to them today, maybe because you are out of a job and you just need something to get back on your feet. So you do not see any other option out there, and they want to be sure that you are not going to abandon them when you see another opportunity in a few months. In short, they want to have an idea of your plans for yourself and how that plan fit with the organization, both short-term and long-term. So that's the reason why they asked you that question. Now, to answer the question, what do you need to do? The first thing that you need to do is to brainstorm your career goals. So how do you answer this question? I'm going to be sharing 4 tips that will help you to effectively answer the question, what are your career goals? So the first thing that you need to do is to brainstorm your career objectives. You should have a goal for what you want in your career and ensure that the position you are interviewing for can help you towards that goal. For example, let's say you are interviewing for a senior project manager position in the organization. You cannot have a career goal of becoming a marketing manager or data engineer in the nearest future. That goal is not in alignment with the role you applied for. You can have a goal to continue to improve your project management role or skills on the other hand, and you can say you plan to take on more leadership roles in the project department. That aligns with the role, senior project manager. So you must ensure you adjust your career goals to the position you are applying to. So that's number 1. Brainstorm your career goal. Ensure that your career goal matches with the role that you are applying to. Number 2, understand your level of experience. When you are asked this question, ensure you answer the question based on your experience in the field. For example, if you are an entry-level candidate and you just apply for a mechanical engineering position in an organization, it will be too far-fetched to be talking about becoming the CEO of that company in the next 2 to 5 years. That's not realistic. Yes, I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. So a fresh graduate out of college with zero experience cannot expect to become a CEO of a large organization within 2 years. Here's a better way to frame your career goal, and this is for the entry-level candidates. You can say this: my first goal for this particular role is to get hired by your company. I know that your company has been a dream organization that I've heard a lot about, and I'll be proud to work with you. Also, I want to learn and develop in the role. I plan to develop my skill set and take training to further help me. I want to be a top performer in the organization. I hope that eventually my accomplishment will position me to gain promotion with your company so I can build a long-term career and progress to a higher level. Fantastic! That's the way to answer that question. You see, this fellow started by stating that they want to get into the company, that's the first goal, and they want to build the skill set to continue to grow in the career. So that's fantastic. If you are applying for a managerial position and you already have some experience managing people, go ahead and talk about your experience as a manager and give some details about what you have accomplished with your team. So that's number 2. You need to understand your experience and frame the question to match your experience level. Number 3, you should talk about career advancement. Most organizations want people that will come in and plan to stay with them for a long time. If you can articulate your vision about learning and growing with a company, you will be able to give the hiring team some confidence that you are there to stay. Going back to the entry-level mechanical engineer candidate, if during his research he was able to gather that people get promoted within 2 to 5 years, this fellow can also state that he is hoping that within 3 years or so, after working hard and proving his value to the organization, he can earn his promotion. You know that what that will show the hiring team? That will show them that this person is career focused, that the person is thinking about his future with a company. Because for him to earn promotion, he's planning to work hard and he wants to stay with a company. So that's fantastic. Now the next one, number 4, be authentic and enthusiastic. Interviewers want people that are relatable. So be yourself. Talk about your past accomplishments. Show that you are interested in the position and that you are excited to join the organization. How can you do this? By your words, the tone of your voice, your demeanor as you speak to the hiring team. My friend, enthusiasm is contagious. Be enthusiastic. They will see it in you and they will be inclined to bring you on board if they feel and see that enthusiasm in you. So there you have it. 4 tips to help you answer the question, what are your career goals? The number 1 thing is you need to brainstorm your career goals. What do you want? Number 2, you need to understand your experience level. Are you an entry-level candidate or an experienced individual? Number 3, you need to talk about career advancement. Show them that you plan to grow in the company. And number 4, be authentic and enthusiastic. As great as it is to talk about how you should answer interview questions, it is also beneficial to talk about what you should never say. So I'm going to give you some bonus about the don'ts of answering the question. So do not ever say, I don't have any career goals. That's a red flag. Don't say that. Another thing, don't state a career path that is not possible within a specific time. And what do I mean by this? An entry-level candidate saying that he wants to be the CEO of the company within 3 years. That's not realistic. I'm not saying it's impossible to be a CEO, but is the time frame realistic? Especially for an entry-level candidate. Another thing you shouldn't do, don't discuss your educational or family goal at this point. Don't say, I want to go back to school, or I plan to start raising my family, or I want to start a side hustle. Those are personal goals. Don't disclose all these personal goals during the interview. We want to keep everything focused on the role and how you are the right person for the job. And that's where I'm wrapping it today. The question, what are your career goals, is to allow the company to have a good idea of who they are bringing on to the organization. So they want to ensure that you are a good fit. They want to confirm whether or not your career goals match what the organization can offer. Ensure you let them know that you plan to grow with them and that you are enthusiastic about the position. Let them know that you want to gain new skills and advance in your career. Let them see that you are ambitious, and let them know that you want to increase your professional network. I hope you find this helpful. My mission is to help as many people as possible pass their job interview. And if you haven't already subscribed to this podcast, please click this subscribe button so you can know whenever I roll out any new episode. Thank you for listening. Till next time again, this is Bola Alabi. Keep winning, my friend. Keep winning.
This episode of Winner's Ways podcast has come to a close. We hope you enjoy and learn something from today's show. We want you to win and excel in all areas of your life, and we regularly explore and share information with our listeners to empower them to win. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast for more tips and strategies to help you find the success that you've always dreamt of. And don't forget to rate and review so that we can continue to bring you more podcast episodes to empower you. We will love to have you again next week. Now, keep winning.